Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing good. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone is talking about the latest update today that happened this morning. Yes, I am aware I am a little bit far behind, but I thought of getting my opinion and have my word out, hopefully. I'm not asking for anything. I just want to give my thoughts and opinion. I'm just a regular guy who just has a lot to say, like most people would do. But I'm also just a really chill dude. So, as everyone knows, Metallica just released the new music video. At first, I thought it was a prank because I didn't know what it was. It looked like a fan made it or something like that, you know. But it was legit. It was from Metallica's Instagram, including on their YouTube channel. Uh, I saw the video and I was like, "Whoa!" Even though it was short 3 minutes, but it was good. The instruments were great. Kirk with his guitar solos, James with his voice, it still holds up to this day. And I'm looking forward to seeing the the tour. I mean, the only tour I could be able to go see them is most likely Los Angeles because that's the closest one I could go to. But I'm really looking forward for the album 72 Seasons. I have a lot of little bit of a mixed criticism about the album name, including the cover. I mean, think about it. I'm used to Metallica's albums. Think about it. Think of Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Justice for All, Master of Puppets. Even though no one likes Saint Anger, I still like the album cover. Death Magnetic, Hardwired Self Destruct. Think of all that. Uh, I just want. I think this album is a bit kind of good in a way. I'm not judging. Maybe I just need to get used to it a little bit more but I do like the part where there's a crib and a broken guitar and a little bit of objects there. There might be some references in there, but I'm not sure. I'm just giving my thoughts and opinion about it. Speaking of which, I'm gonna give you a little reference to promote that in the A What's Up podcast. There's gonna be a video uploaded, hopefully sometimes this week or next week or so, about our thoughts and opinion on music that inspired me and my colleague BB Comics. That what we went through as teenagers, including music that changed our lives, bands that we love and grew up, and I mean, we didn't get much into the technicality of the music. I'm mostly doing all that, like how I like you could hear the bass and you could hear Cliff going at it, and I think it was Call of Cthulhu when he was doing the bass solo. You could vaguely hear it, but they're there if you have it isolated. But since you gotta learn how to train your ears to listen to the bass, it goes like that. Uh, Including with Orion and the end of the track where it goes like boom 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 boom, something like that. What am I? So yeah, there's a little bit of that. So what am I expecting out of this 72 Seasons album? Well, one, I'm gonna pre-order it, or I'll wait until next year. Um, Hopefully, there's only a few. There's only one. I think the only thing I want out of the album, since Metallica hasn't done it, because well, speaking of Metallica, they haven't promoted an album since Hardwire Self Destruct came out, and that was back in 2015. It's been a full on 7 to 8 years already, at least, and that's a long time. I mean, Megadeth, they just released their album, I think it was like a few months ago, and I already got it, The Living, the Dying, The Sick, and the Dying, and the Dead, which I think is a good album. I mean, there's Ice-T. I love and respect the guy because I remember watching him on Law and Order. I remember he was a good rapper because I grew up listening to his music as a kid when I was growing up. And he was really good. I like how they put him in there. I think it was Night Stalker that they put him in there, and I thought it went really well with it. So that's a good. You have rap, and you got heavy metal or thrash metal in between. You see, and that's what I like about it. They like to. Dave Mustaine still somewhat. uh, experiments with his music, and that's what I like about it. And Metallica, they experiment too. I know they've done a lot of experimenting since I think I know Load and Reload is one of them, and then they did it again, but I don't. I have no problem with Load and Reload. I think they're both good, even though Reload I hardly ever listen to it. I only listen to Fuel, but I really really wanna. I accept both of them because they're pretty good. But experimenting with music is one of the greatest things I can understand because it's a hit or miss. Trust me, it's a hit and miss. I know I'm blabbering. Get used to it. I like doing that. It's what I do best to talk, give my opinions, what are my thoughts, and all that. What's good, what's bad, and I have nothing bad to say about Megadeth's album because I have 1/4 of their collection. Since the Sick and the Dying and the Dead, I already got it. Super Caliber, Risk, Peace Cells, Rust in Peace, Killing is My Business, and Business is Good. Um, what was the other one? So far, so good. So what? Um, oh, the system has failed. That's one of them. Yeah, so I'm not there yet with his Metallica with Megadeth's collection because there's some that I'm missing. One of them, oh, and United Abomination was one of my favorite albums. I like to listen to United Abomination a little bit, mix it because I mix around with the playlist and put United Abomination with Peace Cells or Killing Is My Business or So Far So Good So What, and I just mix around with the playlist because it's really good. You should try it once in a while. Uh, yeah, so there's that. So what I want to expect from the album from Metallica. One of them is, come on guys, we already know this. Instrumentals. Come on guys, we love Metallica's instrumentals. Think of Anesthesia. Think of Call of Cthulhu, Orion, To Live Is to Die. Um, and then they brought it back with In Death Magnetics. I wish I could say it, but I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm just gonna call it S and R. So I'm just gonna call it like that because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, those instrumentals I enjoy listening to. I have a playlist called Metallica's instrumentals. Even though My Friend of Misery is not an instrumental, because I know Jason wanted that, and I was hoping the same thing when I saw the behind the scenes of it. And but then luckily, I think it was someone on YouTube or Metallica themselves released an instrumental version of it on YouTube. I don't remember. There was that, and I really liked it because one, I listen to bass. I'm also planning on getting a bass guitar because I have two electric guitars, and I'm planning on getting a bass guitar, so that way I could see what is my best place in instruments. Should I stick with electric or should I stick with bass? And not to mention, what bass do I want? But yeah, well, I'm going off track. I know, I'm going off track. But they never done instrumentals since Hardwire Self Destruct. The only time you ever get to listen to instrumental, the last time they ever did that was back in 2008, Death Magnetic. And prior to that, they haven't done an instrumental since To Live Is to Die from Injustice for All. So, yeah, I have, you could say, the whole collection of Metallica. I have all their albums. Not all of them. I'm waiting for 72 Seasons, which is going to come out in April. So I'm looking forward to that. Should I get their live albums? Maybe. Maybe, because I like the No Leaf Clover. It's a really good song. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Metallica could offer because I know they could offer their all. Because they've been around for a long time. and they're the ones who got me out of my depression for close to 3 years already, and going 4 right now. I I had to deal with a loss, and it kind of took me in a dark turn. So I try my best not to go the wrong route, and I stick with the right route. But then my friend told me, like, dude, I'm so depressed. I don't know what to do. I'm literally going on a downward spiral. And he said, just listen to music. Whatever you have on your playlist, your iPod, your phone, or whatever, on YouTube, listen to music. Whatever you have on your playlist. And I went there. I went there. I used to listen to oldies like Earth, Wind, and Fire, SOS, uh, Journey. I listened to those because I remember I grew up listening to those with my mom in the car. But then it went down to rock, soft rock, and then it went to hard rock. But then I remember I fell asleep. I think I fell asleep on the day what happened, and I fell asleep, and I was wondering, what is that sound that I'm hearing? Because I was sleeping, and I'm going like, dun, 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 and then I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it was Nothing Else Matters. And it kind of spoke to me because it went like that, because it was a sad song, it was a good song. But then I heard Fade to Black, and then I heard To Live Is to Die, and then dealing with that. But then I explored more. And hear me out. I remember hearing Master of Puppets when I was in my teenage years back in the day. It was you know how we all went through. We went through phases. I was listening to Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Linkin Park. I want to say the band's name that everyone's gonna hate me for this, but fuck it, Linkin Park. Fuck it, I don't care. If you're gonna judge me or say Linkin Park sucks or whatever, you know what? Go ahead. I don't care. I like their song because that one song, Someday, was really getting me into the core of my heart where I was going through in my teenage phase. Because I was bullied a lot. I was bullied since elementary, middle school, high school, and I was bullied aggressively. And I music was my escape. It was. It really was. So I'm sorry I'm going on rambling. I'm hoping to go touring to see them tour in Los Angeles. I don't know because I know they're gonna be touring with Pantera, and then I think the Five Finger Death Punch. I don't remember. I didn't read it right. Yeah, they're gonna be going. I know they're gonna be in Los Angeles, so I'm hoping to go to that one very soon. If not, it's fine. There will be other times I could go because there. I could just watch it on YouTube probably, but then it's not gonna feel the same when you're actually there. But I'll think about it. I'll think of it. I'm pretty sure I might go. But then as for the album, I'll order the CD because I collect CDs. That's one of my passions of the bands that I listen to and their work, and having them in my collection is one of the greatest things you could ever appreciate. Yeah. So what am I looking forward to this? Hopefully bringing back the instrumental, including the 4 tracks. If you don't know what the 4 tracks is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking. Oh, excuse me. Like think of Ride the Lightning album, Fade to Black, and Master of Puppets, The Thing That Should Not Be. Oh no, wait, no, and Welcome Home Sanitary. My bad. I mixed those up. And Justice for All, one, and then The Unforgiven, and then Until It Sleeps. Wait. Yeah, Until It Sleeps, and then The Unforgiven too, which I don't know why everyone hated that one. I like that one. I don't think they did it on Saint Anger, but the closest one to the 4 track will have to be the Unnamed Feeling, because it kind of goes with that. And then for Death Magnetic, obviously, The Day That Would Never Come. Oh, that's Beyond Magnetic for that one. No one wants to talk about this one. But then in Hardwire, I don't think they ever did that unless you're talking about maybe um, Murder One if you want to go that route. That's the only one I could think of. Or Here Comes the Revenge, maybe. It would have to go with that, I guess. But yeah, I'm hoping for a little bit of instrumentals, including track four, which is their dark tones. Uh, at least I remember when they were doing the Death Magnetic, they said that it's okay to use your previous work and put it on the new album. Like think of one, think of Fade to Black. They put them in. They put most of the songs in that. I don't think they ever did that in Hardware. I think they some of them were created on their own, which is fine. But the only one I could think of is either Dream No More or Halo on Fire. I remember the intro goes like dun 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 dun. And it kind of reminds me of Death, of one of their older albums, and I'm like, damn, dude, like really, that sounds like Death. And then, don't judge me, but I remember hearing that, so that's pretty cool. So what am I? I'm looking forward to that. I hope. I mean, 12 songs. That's pretty much a lot. Since that's like some of the shit that they did with I don't know, Justice for All maybe, the Black Album, and you know Load and Reload probably, but they had to do CDs, including I think Death Magnetic and maybe Hardwire, but I don't really think so. Hardwire is a 2 disc thing. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, I'm so. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope for the love of God, I'll be looking forward to this, and I know you guys are too, because we've been waiting for Metallica to release their album because they announced it. Oh, I think like maybe a year ago. Like it's gonna be a year already. I think it was like in April and May when they announced it, but they never. But when they announced it, that it came the fucking the blacklisted or blacklist of the Black Album of all the artists and other stuff that they did, which I don't mind actually. I actually enjoyed most of them who covered each and different songs, but I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting hopefully an actual album from them. But I was like, you know what? I'm not judging. It's a compilation of every artist that we listen that either no one heard of them or they want to. It's kind of like a promotional thing. Like, hey, we're this band and we're playing this, and maybe the fan will go to them and listen what they play and maybe increase fans, which that's pretty good idea for promotion wise. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping for that. Not to mention, I hope they. Oh, I don't know if Alice in Chains is gonna release their album. They said that, but I doubt it. But I doubt Alice in Chains is gonna come back. I hope so with the new their album because the last album was pretty good. But yeah, I'm sorry. Why am I going all over the place? Yeah, so I just enjoy Metallica. I'm looking forward to what they have to offer because this is Metallica. We are waiting. Hopefully, when I get it, oh my god, oh my god. Hopefully, if they don't do this, please don't do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm gonna complain about this one. Do you guys have CDs where you have the jewel case? You know, but do you have CDs that come in these diggies or digs? I don't know what they call it. It's basically a cardboard, paper, plastic bullshit, and they're not. And you have to. They go in the sleeves, and then you're worried if they're gonna fall out or you damage the disc. Yeah, I'm a little pissed over that. If Metallica does that, please don't. Please don't. Just put them in jewel cases. That's better than nothing. If it breaks during shipping, at least the jewel case protect the disc. This piece of cardboard or paper or whatever this is not gonna hold it. So please, put it in the jewel case. Please, for the love of God, put it in the jewel case. So that's all I got to offer. I know I'm gonna be rambling on. And my 20 minutes are going to be up, so anyway, so screw it. I love you all, and looking forward to the video of the music playlist podcast that we talked about on the channel. So good luck and have a good night.